I know. Battery's gonna die. Okay, we're going live. We're picking corn here. Oh, that's a lot of dust. Heart breaks. Wasn't my fault you mashed it down. Okay. Okay, now we're running. You're working on your drone?
Yeah.
Snapping pictures?
No. Just do a video and then you can just take a still of the video.
Got the drone going, we're going live. Picking corn. So your yields have been really good on this field. And let's see, this is surprise, surprise. Decal 65, 95. So was it 64, 65 on the hill then? Less than that? Or is it lower down?
Yeah.
You did pretty well on the hill. So we have combined 43 acres on here. That means there's about 4 to 5 acres left. Here, I'll show you what's actually going on down here. Nobody's driving.
Row sense.
Row sense is right. So we have 5 acres left here, 4 to 5 acres left, and then have you gone out there and checked what the soybeans are over there?
No.
What they're like?
No.
Not yet.
Kidding me? I've been living it up in here.
Right,
It's the
living
best
it up.
time of the
Hey,
year.
thanks for watching. Thanks for the like button.
It's the best time of the year.
It's the most wonderful
Would you
time.
shut up and let me
of
talk?
the year.
It's the best time of the year. We got Nebraska football.
Yep.
Great
I'm into that.
yields. 12-row
Great
corn head. A drone.
1,000 bushel grain cart.
1,000 bushel grain
And
cart. 2
brother,
trucks.
howdy boys. Finished silage corn today. Nice. Good job, Josh. Hey. Yeah, thanks for watching. So we have 4 to 5 acres left to do in this field, and then we're going to be going up here to the next field, which is about 28, 29 acres. We're going to shut off the machine here, go over here, and pick up the other rows. And that next field, once we move there, 28 to 29 acres. And let's see, what time do we have right now?
243.
243. Very good. Very good caliber, by the way. How many acres total this year that we're farming? That we're farming total?
It's like 950 or something.
950 so acres. This, when we get done with this field, will be 50, 30, 60. So this will be about 140 acres out of that so far. So a little more than 15, 16% done with harvest.
So soon.
Yeah, why so soon? Well, because we have custom stuff to get over and get done.
Right.
It is pretty quick, Josh. It's quicker when you have a 12-row head, or even an 8-row like your dad did. Okay, I'm gonna put this back here for a second till I get my rows. We are on the correct 12 here, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Last week there was some ran stuff over on the sprayer.
Oh, really? You can tell that?
Yeah, see?
Ow, gee.
I don't care, though. It is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
did a good job.
All right. You have a 6? Yeah, sorry about that. I saw you commented. No, we have a 12. We used to have a 6. Anyways, your dad switched to 8 for the last couple of years. We switched to a 12 here about, this is season number 3 on it. It's really amazing to think about this, that 2021, which was the bumper crop year, shoot, we're full here.
Hold on.
What? What are you doing?
There's still room.
There's still room. Okay.
Here, I'll tell you when to stop.
This is funny. Okay.
Oh, dang it.
Hey, come on! I gotta have accuracy here, bro. You gotta tell me when to stop.
You're good.
Out. He's just
Probably about
leaving.
now would be a good time to stop.
Okay.
Slowly.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Nice. Look at that. Man, look at that. Look.
Oh, okay. Here. Yeah, darn, that's there is a little bit of a shadow there, but there is not much left. Okay.
Okay, let's land this puppy.
Land this puppy. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so 2021, the bumper crop year. Isaac had some corn here that was, well, I think on this field it was like 260, 260.
Is over there.
Yeah, so, because this is even numbered years here. There's the soybeans that you see out there. 260 bushel. And we pedaled that whole thing with a 600 bushel grain cart. Hauled it out with gravity wagons, which no problem with that. But 6 miles to the elevator. Gravity wagons, a 600 bushel grain cart, and a 6-row head on an S550 combine. I think. Did you just land it? Did you land it?
Yeah.
And there we are. Cool. We have a S670 right now. I'm probably gonna have to go because with the truck. Do you want to keep going live for a while and jabbering?
Sure. Yeah, I can jabber.
Okay. So you pop it in here. Let me have your phone so I have a phone to use in case.
Okay. Yeah. Total.
Okay. See
Totally.
y'all. FYI, occasionally if you see that, like, a comment will come up so you can talk. Okay. Have a good time.
Okay. Bye. Oh. All right. Finally. Let's see. Here we go. We gotta turn the drone off. There, it's off. What year? It was a 2013 S670. This one is. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. What else can we talk about? It's a 2013 S670. The drone. Just got the drone last year. DJI Mini 3 Pro is what it is. Yeah, things are going good. Gonna get done with this field here pretty soon. Only got, I guess we still got 7 acres left to go, but yeah. I was pretty leery about, dang it, about the coolant was getting all the way up to here, which evidently yeah, this is as far as we got until it was full.
Turning on the way back to the truck.
Yeah, he's running back to the truck.
He's walking now.
Yeah. So like he said, we'll get this done and then we'll move to another field and then just keep on going. But getting a lot knocked out today having 2 trucks, so it's really nice. This is the place to have the second truck, so, because as you can see, it's flat, which is one of the only flat fields we farm. So this is a real treat because normally everything's really hilly and stuff. Gotta put the auger out. Idiot. Duh. Hey, let's unload. Turn my drone controller off. What the? That's nice and easy to carry around. And it's small. That on. Moisture sensor problem. I guess the moisture's low. Oh darn. Who cares? Let's see if I can do this. No, I can't move it. So I just do this. Yields are looking pretty good. Yeah, so this is what we've got left on this field. That right there. But yeah, the row sense is really nice. We've never had that before. Pretty good machine overall, works pretty good. We only had one deal that we had to deal with down there for the last few days this week, but we got it ironed out pretty good, so I think we finally got it all figured out as the primary, what's that called? I can't think when I have people looking at me or a camera in the face. But basically we had there's a belt that drives the head, and 12-row head, so you know a lot of power's got to go through that belt. Well, there was a grease seal on one of them because it's a variable speed belt, so there's shifts that move in and out. You know, the principle of a bigger pulley driving a smaller pulley, a bigger, smaller pulley driving a bigger pulley. You know, speeds change, but when the shifts move in and out, it can speed the head up or slow it down. Well, there's a cavity in there that has to be filled with grease, and the seal on both ends of the belt was bad. So we had to take that apart, and we found out that where the seal was, it was leaking grease out from behind it. So then we just had to get a hold of the pulley, or I've heard they're called shifts, so that's what I always call them, you know, a variable speed shift. Two shifts make a pulley pretty much. And so we had to get new shifts, and then we got a new belt. Just so that way everything was new, because what originally happened was the grease seal was leaking, and it was throwing grease all over the belt, and then the belt was coating the shifts with grease, and then eventually you go pick the corn and you get a big enough load on the machine and the belt would slip because there was grease on everything, and then if you didn't notice it quick enough, it'd start smoking and then scare the heck out of you, because you know everything out here is dry, combustible stuff that burns really easily. So we spent a day taking that apart, getting parts and everything. Let's see how well I can do this one. problem with this is I don't remember which. I'm just gonna guess that this is the right 12 rows. And we will find out if I'm wrong or not. Looks right. That's the other thing. Since I don't have. Sometimes when you plant, you want to come up to the end and turn, so that way your rows are kind of separated, and that way when you're picking it, you can hit the right 12 rows. Yeah. Now I'm missing some. Hope I don't have any more of those. And I'll just put this over here. Because now it's time to unload on the go. This right here is like what every farm kid dreams of, or at least I did when I was a farm kid that used to sit in the buddy seat, you know. Unloading on the go, that's like the coolest thing you can do, you know. Having the big 12 row head. I'm a big equipment guy, and you know, I love having the big stuff. It's just so awesome. You get so much more done in a day, you know? So, get those things instead of kicking something out. Call that weed, but it's really not good weed. That is good one. Well, actually, no, it's nice. See, that's the bad thing. Picking or harvesting. Whenever there's a weed, you know, it looks a lot better if you just, after the field's done, you know, all the field's gone because they got mowed down by the combine. But the bad thing about that is if there's seeds still on the plant, they're potentially just got spread all over the place by the combine. And if they get stuck in the combine, and then their combine goes to other fields, and then the seeds somehow end up magically getting spread out into other fields, Yeah, so not a good deal. So there's this one weed that's called shatter cane that we have here. Really bad stuff because it spreads like wildfire. And it's one of those ones where unless you have a giant concentration of it and there's like a couple weeds here and there, you really just want to get out and, you know, put that stuff in a bag and then like burn it. I was gonna say throw it in the garbage, but if you do that, there's potential that the seeds could still spread somewhere else. So, you know, throwing it in a bag is like the best thing to do. I mean, burning it would be the best thing you could do. Just, oh, cool, there's a person watching, thank goodness. Feel free to comment. Hopefully I see it. Maybe. We'll see. We're just talking about how weeds can get spread around all over the idle down, turn the machine off. It's getting kind of full, so really don't want to have to unload on the go. And with this cart, you kind of have to load it in a certain way, or else you're going to spill corn all over the place when he's going up there to the truck to dump it. So I like to fill the end farthest away from the combine. That way you know that's full, and then you can see that that's filled. Because if you fill the middle first, then you'll be like looking over. Then you'll be trying to look over corn to fill that empty cavity, and it just doesn't work good. So if you fill the side farthest away from the machine, from the combine first, it works a lot better. Looks like I'm gonna get all this on there. That way, if he goes and tilts it all, it at least has room to go down where it won't spill, and it'll pretty much just flatten out. How heavy is that?
Uh, 50.
Just send it.
What?
Send it.
Over.
Dang. It's almost done here. Fold that back. Turn this on. Grain moisture low. No duh, the grain moisture's low. Not picking anything. Something wrong with the moisture sensor. Because, I don't know. Maybe the moisture sensor is like trying to measure the moisture too often to the point where it's, if you start the machine and you're not picking anything for a minute, it thinks the moisture is low because there's nothing in it, which is just stupid. Like, it ought to know that, it ought to be able to sense that, hey, there's nothing there but air. Just, like, let it go. But I guess it's too dumb to realize that. Figure out what we're going to do for moving fields, because I'm pretty certain those beans aren't ready to go. There's a lot of yellow leaves that I can see out there, but, you know, maybe go check them, and if the pods are cracking and the beans is snapping in your mouth, you know, snap, crack, pop, I guess might just have to cut them with the stems being a little green and just deal with it. You know, you're cutting beans with green stems, that's kind of how you mess up the slugger combine. But the beauty of this machine is that we can't really afford to get any bigger platform or bean head, so we've got smaller than average size bean head for the size combine. But the good news is that way the combine, because the bean head isn't bringing in enough. And usually on this side of the combine you have a bean head that's like 35, 30, at least 30. If not bigger. Almost knocked down some corn there, but I missed it, so it's all good. Okay. Almost actually sagged. It's just like one of my favorite farms to farm, and it's almost done. I still got all the beans to cut, which is completely flat too. So there's that. But picking corn is just so much more fun than cutting beans, because like all your cornfields get dry almost at the same time, depending on what you planted and when you planted it. But usually when one field's good to go, you work on that field. Usually the next one is dried out by that point. So once you get going on corn, you never really have to worry about it. With beans are so finicky that you can't go too late into the night, because the dew sets in, and then sets in, and then you can, you know, stuff gets tough, and that's usually where guys slug to the machines. But, or same thing in the morning, is you can't start early in the morning with beans. You gotta wait for the dew to dry out so that you can get going, or else if you try going, then you'll slug the machine. Some of that. It says I'm full right now, but we've got our bin extension. Let's see. Our bin bin level full sensors are mounted a little bit lower, so that way up in the hills and this thing gets full. Just hang on. Yeah, there it's going. So anyway, the bin level full sensors on this combine are mounted a little bit lower than the actual like top, because the bin extensions go out like this. Usually some guys have them to where like they have another extension on it like that, so then when you get around in the hills and stuff moves around up there, it doesn't spill over the sides. Well, we got this combine somewhere out of Kansas, and evidently everything in that area was like completely flat land, so their bin extensions are like that because they have no reason to have the extra bin extension to make sure it doesn't spill over the side. So I didn't really think anything of it, and then first year we had it was like, man, we're spilling a lot of corn, we're spilling a lot of crop just because we're in the hills, and that sensor was mounted right at the edge, so it'd only go off, and pretty much by the time it went off, you were already too late, and you couldn't stop too fast because then it all spills over the edge onto the cab. So we ended up mounting it a little bit lower. So then you kind of got to remember that, and then you got to remember that the sensors are only on one side. So if you're doing the wrong side of the hill, you'll end up full, and it'll end up spilling over the side, and the deal didn't even go off to tell you that you were full. So you got to remember that. So then the other deal is when you're on flat ground like this, one of the rare times you're on flat ground, or we are, that when the bin level sensor in the back goes off, you can actually go a little bit further than what it says, but not much further, just a little bit. Now we wait for the grain, the auger wagon, to get back here. This would be a little bit more efficient if there was a way for like the trucks to actually get down here, but they got to go up a really steep hill, and it's just not really a hill you want to be driving a 90,000 pound semi up with on dirt. Even though you might be okay, but going up and over those terraces is probably kind of hard on your fifth wheel. So it's safer to just make the grain cart drive all the way down here and all the way back up. Probably a half mile down and back. So he is moving constantly in this field, especially with me being able to go back and forth real fast. But we're knocking out a lot of acres real quick with this being flat. It's like if we had two trucks and all our ground was flat and we could go as fast as the combine would let us go, and we'd cut like our harvest season probably in half, I would bet. It'd be pretty close to it. But that's okay. I like harvest season. It's my favorite time of the year, so I'm always looking forward to it. Finally get to bring in the dough and pay everybody off. It's always a good feeling when everyone gets the money. Maybe hopefully there's a little left over for me. see, I've never gone live before, so I don't know what any of these buttons do. There we go. Alright. So if you have any questions, just feel free to comment in the chat. Currently, we're waiting on the grain cart to show up. Always waiting on that guy. But he's got a tough job, you know. He's always got to be somewhere. Everything's his fault. Seriously though, I haven't seen him for a minute. Probably better say something. You on the way back? You headed back, right?
I'm headed your way.
Alright.
What are we gonna pick next?
I'll have to talk to Sterling, but I think we're just gonna move over across the road and do Tim's.
That makes a lot of sense as long as it's dry enough. It should be.
Yeah, I don't remember what he planted there.
I think it might be 6595 as well, but I don't recall.
Gotcha. We're just gonna take a little walk outside. Check some beans out. There he comes. Finally. You can check the corn out too. This hybrid was, let's see here. DeKalb 6595. Pretty popular hybrid for them. It's done very well here, I would say. It's like, man, I almost thought it just plant cow corn everywhere. Usually I try several different brands. But DeKalb's probably the most popular one. Yeah, these soybeans got a little tall. Pods are crack open. Kind of snapping. Let's see if any of these, yeah, that does not snap. Like, some of these could go, but some of them can't. So it's kind of a deal of, yeah, you gotta wait around a little bit longer. Like, it's snapped. It only cracks open, but it could be better. But on the other hand, if you are able to cut your beans, if you are able to cut your beans, and they still got some moisture, then they'll be a little bit heavier. So then you'll gain a little bit more weight. That's a good thing too. But I'll probably just wait on those. Go pick some more corn. And then maybe there'll be more dried out by then. We'll see. I don't know. Final score of the Nebraska game, like 28-10. What was the final score of the Nebraska game? Like 28-10. Say again.
28-10.
Gotcha.
In a ways, it was the second half of the game, the first half was against Colorado.
Yeah.
There's one big reason why you might not ever just hand the ball off, unless you're just gassing them for 10, 15 yards. Dylan for Iowa.
Yeah, we got a quarterback that can throw. You might as well use it. We got some guys that can catch it.
And he's not a liability in any way either. I mean, he's thrown 2 interceptions, which receivers caught and had it taken away from him. And it's not like there's dropped interceptions or, ones that were a bunch of close calls either. It's like, nope, it's not anywhere near to these picks, so.
What are your thoughts on the crappy, catastrophe of last week's overtime? Do you have any idea what the heck happened there? Because that was just, totally out of terrible.
I don't think Nebraska had an off day. What happened defensively to start overtime was just a bust. I think the defensive end got too far inside and there was no containment, so then it's just, the guy just got run in and there was nobody there. that was more of a mental error. Offensively, we got a false start on the first play, and then so you're first and 15, and you got to make a play, and the offensive line got ganged up on, and must not been anybody open right away, and so yep, it was just a disaster.
Gotcha.
And if you have a kicker and if you got a good holder and a good kicker, you win the game. And also missed the guy like quarterback kick, got put in touchdown, and the rest that catches that is you win the game.
Talking about Nebraska.
Yeah, you could have changed a couple things about that. They would have won, like, decent refs.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you make one more play in the third quarter, make one more play in the fourth quarter, you win the game.
Definitely a game of inches, for sure.
Well,
Oh, boy. Wow, it hit 300. 292. 300! $50, 71, 78. Three-quarter grain tank. Going through the ditch. Oh, look, he's back. And one last shake. Yeah, I just don't think I want to try these yet. Yeah, it might work, but no. It's a little wet. Stems is mainly what I'm concerned about because it's gonna have lots of push a lot of it at the head. Green stems are just hard on sickle sections and stuff, so might as well wait if you can. That's pretty nice.
Maybe your middle mother will give you a camera for the auger and for behind you that you can switch between.
nice is if these combines had a spout that you could tilt in and out so you could throw your grain to the other side of the cart.
I think that's pretty much a standard thing with.
Alright. Yield monitor says 257.
Well, good. We definitely made money on this field, right?
Yeah, I think so. Had to spray it a second time in a couple spots, but it's all good. Worked out fine.
On the crop share, your cost of production is lower. Right? You only get half of the grain, but you don't have to pay cash rent.
Right, but you're doing double the work for half of everything.
Yeah, it's not a perfect 50-50 because you have machinery costs and your landowner doesn't.
Yeah.
Your break even lower on it than it would be if you had cash rent.
Right. Yeah, I like doing 50-50.
No, I kind of think you're kind of surprised that Dad didn't do a little bit of that with you guys.
Yeah, I guess he's just ready to not have to think about that anymore. I don't blame him.
No.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, that field's done. Now we get to figure out what we're going to do. Ooh, I probably get to drive the truck into town if I can finally get out of this thing. I've been combining like all day, which is a great way to be, but it kind of wears you out. Kind of ready to go drive the truck into town. Get the heck out of here. I don't know if any of this is recorded. It says the camera's on. Timer's going, but I can't see what it's seeing. I took my wife's cup because it was the biggest cup that I could get that would fit in the cup holders in the combine and the tractor perfectly. So I decided to take advantage of that. I do have a much more manlier cup ordered and on the way now, so yeah. That is the reason why I have such a girly cup.
live.
Yeah, people have been filtering in and out. There's no one there now.
Okay. I did for a little while even.
Oh, jeez. So you heard everything
Well,
I said about you?
I said,
Yeah, I don't know. Timer's still going, so it must be getting stuff. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I didn't really touch it.
I don't know how this works.
I did touch this thing to see if there were any just comments.
Cancel it.
Howdy from Kentucky. Oh.
That was a long time ago.
Oh.
That was like when I was on.
What? Yeah, that was a long time ago. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah.